Hello, good morning guys, I hope we're doing well. Welcome back to the YouTube. Sorry that it has been a long time since I made a video. I know I started the off season strong with the videos coming out pretty frequently, and then I think I just got a little bit caught up in, I guess you watch other people and then you sort of get in your head about comparing yourselves, and I don't know, I think I just started seeing people that were better than me and thinking, why am I making content? But actually, we're all trying to be the best versions of ourselves, and if you focus so much on everybody else and what everyone else is doing, then it takes the fun out of it. If you're always thinking, oh, I want to be as good as that person, or I'm not as good as that person, why should I post my physique? Why should I post what I'm doing? But I know there are some of you out there who would be interested in how I'm doing, how my off season's going. So I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing back the YouTube. I will be more consistent because I want to show you what I'm up to, how I'm progressing. I'm literally just getting my intra workout ready at the moment. And little thing for some of you, if you can't afford an intra workout, because I know supplements are expensive, money can be tight for a lot of people, literally fruit juice. I've got so many different ones in my fridge at the moment, and it's literally just whatever you enjoy drinking, really. There's not one that's better than the other. If you like apple juice, if you like orange juice, if you like pineapple juice, whatever, just you can literally just use juice or honey. I've done both before. With the honey, if you boil the kettle and then mix honey in with hot water, it will just basically dissolve, and then it just turns into a liquid, and you can use that as an intra workout, or you can combine the two, so you can do juice and honey depending what phase you're in, how many calories you're eating, how much intra workout you need. So definitely give that a try if you can't afford an intra workout. If you're wondering how much you need, if you train for an hour, 25-30 grams of carbs would be a pretty good starting point. The max you would ever need, and this is more around sort of if you do a lot of endurance training, you need around 1 gram of carbs per minute that you train. So even if you were to train for an hour, you would need 60 at a max, and that would be, as I say, for endurance training rather than strength training. So probably 1 gram per 2 minutes. So that's why I said 25 to 30. So definitely give that a go, because I 100% notice the difference when I do have an intra workout compared to when I don't. Even at this point when my food is so high, I can still notice the difference. So definitely worth giving a try, and let me know how you get on with that. But enough chit chat, let's get to the gym and get on with today's session. So to start off the session, we are doing a dumbbell pullover, and this is not so much of an exercise but more of, I guess, a bit of mobility. I found that just doing this for a few reps before my session, nothing crazy, nothing too heavy, just helps to open everything up and just prepare me for the session. Feels really nice to do this. I usually do a few reps with my head hanging off the bench, and then I'll do a few reps where I then pull my chin up towards my chest, as you can see I'm doing right now, and then I'll do a few more reps. It does feel a little bit different when you move your head position, but it still feels really nice. So give this a try if you haven't before you start a session, especially if you have anything going on with your shoulders. It just feels really, really nice and sets me up great for a good session. So first exercise we've got is the Kelso shrug, and if you haven't seen this one before, you're probably thinking, what am I doing? That's not full range of motion, that looks ridiculous. But this is actually training the main function of your traps, which is just pure scapular retraction. So it's quite a quick video, so I'll play it a couple of times. But when you do just a regular upper back row, you've got other muscles that are
involved. You don't really know what it is that's actually failing, but I think this is a fantastic movement, so if you haven't tried it, definitely give this a go. Next up, we've got the seated lateral raise machine. I much prefer this over doing it on a cable, just because my arm is completely fixed in place, so there's no way that I can cheat this movement. And when you're performing it, think about pushing your arms out to the side rather than up and down, and then you're less likely to think about shrugging and using your traps to help you. Then next we're moving on to the adductor. And the reason that I've suddenly started doing lower body in the middle of an upper body session is because I've essentially worked out how long I need to recover between each of my movements in my program in order for me to progress. And it just so happened that adductors was today, so jumped on this, managed to get an extra rep on here, and then moved back to upper body after this. Then we've got the ab work. So for this setup, all I've done is put a bench in front of the cable station, and then you can't quite see it, but behind my back I've got one of the ab mats, so that it allows me to get a nice range of motion with this movement and really load that spinal flexion as much as I can. And the last movement we've got is rear delt flies. And whenever I perform these on this machine, I don't actually like to hold the arms, but I hold a pair of D handles, and then I can push the arms of the machine away from me just using the backs of my arms, and this just feels more comfortable for me. I can get into the position that I want to be in, and I'm also protracting my scapula, so I'm pushing them forwards before I initiate every rep, so then there's less chance of me using my traps to take over the movement. And this is how we are currently looking. So I'm sat around a good 6-7 kilos heavier than I was when I competed at the end of last year, and condition is still very much in a good spot, so very happy with how we're looking. I'd much rather just take the slow and steady approach and make sure any weight that we are gaining is productive, because then that will just make the prep far easier next time around.
Okay, and there we have it. That is today's session. I hope you enjoyed watching that, but of course it wouldn't be one of my videos without showing you the post-workout meal, and we have got a Ninja Creamy. More specifically, Performance Isolate Coffee Caramel. And you might ask, why is it purple? So, it's not beetroot. If it's not beetroot, what else could it be? And the answer is red cabbage. Now I know what you're thinking, that sounds really weird to be putting in a Ninja Creamy. Trust me, there is a little bit of logic behind it. So red cabbage is actually very high in glutamine. So if you're taking glutamine as a supplement, then eating red cabbage is another way you can get more glutamine in through your diet. And when you freeze it into a Ninja Creamy, it blends up amazingly, and you end up with this. And then alongside that, a nice big bowl of slop, some cream of rice with blueberries and apple. Absolutely 10 out of 10. And that is all I got for you today, guys. So I really hope that you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please smash that like button and hit subscribe if you are new to the channel, so that you don't miss any new videos coming your way. And I hope you have a fantastic day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.